promotion, super duper deals, always Malcolm, where Ghana shop.
Now, if you're driving or you've driven this morning, here's a safety tip for you. Of course, Joy FM in collaboration with Guinness Ghana Brewers Company Limited brings you the road safety tips for today. Where there's no sidewalks, it's usually safe to walk facing road traffic. Where there are no sidewalks, it's usually safer to walk facing road traffic. This road safety tip is brought to you by Guinness Ghana Brewers Limited. Life every day, everywhere. It's supported by VIP Jones Transport Service, Evan Mike Multipurpose Company Limited. We build for the nation, and Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Producers of Ajinkwa Garlic Plus. God is our healer. If you need an expert to handle your insurance needs, just call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo on 0244 333 335 or 0504 333 335. He's the head of J&G Insurance Brokers. They analyze insurance needs, negotiate best terms with the insurer, with an excellent track record in paying claims. The website is jinginsurancebrokers.com. The Facebook page is JING Insurance Brokers. The website is interactive 24/7. You can email at info@jinginsurancebrokers.com. J&G Insurance, negotiating a great insurance deal is our business. So anymore, we are here with Angela Joanna Abuaje of the Ark Foundation and Abena, not her real name, who has survived quite a story. Before we come to you, Ms. Joanna Abuaje, let's speak to Abena. Yeah. Abena, tell us about your experience. You know the experience we are talking about. How was it like for you? What happened? Who was this person? And how has it been like for you?
He was my father.
Your own father?
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I was around 13 thereabout.
You were 13 years old.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
26.
So this was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
I know it's a difficult experience to relive, but for the sake of educating us all, we'd like to ask, if you can, walk us through what happened.
I was staying with my father when I was about 5 years old. So I grew with him. But I got to a time, started misbehaving. Started abusing me sexually, physically, and mentally. So I got fed up and I wanted to end my life or escape from him. But I didn't get the chance until a stepmother of mine was around. And one fateful night, my father was trying to sleep with me whilst my stepmother was there. There was a little misunderstanding, so he decided to join me on my mat to have sex with me. So I was struggling with him and thereabout, and my stepmother heard of it. And it turned into a whole lot of situation for me. And through that, he was arrested and was sent to the police station. The case was sent to the courts, and there was nowhere for me to live. All the family members rejected me. They said what I was saying was not true. My father can't do such a thing to me, so I should find my own way to survive. And there was no hope. But God being so good, I got a neighbor who introduced me to the Ark Foundation. So I went to the Ark office. My case was reported there, and they sent me to their shelter.
So just to be clear on the facts of this story, your father at the time, he was put in jail.
Yeah, he was at a cell.
So, I mean, eventually, after the court process, he was found guilty and put in jail.
No, he managed to escape.
He was not put in jail.
Yeah. They were given a bail and he managed to escape.
So he ran away from prison.
Yeah.
And till now, he's at large.
It's nowhere to be found.
Ms. Joanna Budget, how many of these cases do you come across, let's say, in a week?
Oh, well, you can't say in a week how many. It happens from time to time. I've been involved in working with victims of sexual and gender-based violence, including domestic violence, for the last actively 20 years, maybe more. And so from time to time, you get cases like this, and it's still occurring. Sometimes the stories are so similar, so very similar. I mean, when it comes to the nature of the cases. And so if it goes to the police would, at the time we were running the shelter, would bring them to us if they didn't have a place to put the victim. Sometimes the person would come themselves and report. Sometimes it's a neighbor. Sometimes,
like in Abena's case.
Yes, sometimes it's a neighbor or their neighbors who would rescue a woman being sexually abused because she's refusing to have sex, So she's being abused both sexually and physically, and they would rescue her and bring her to me or to us.
At the Ark Foundation.
At the Ark Foundation. Sometimes they would start with my home. Those who know, where I live would just bring them at dawn, whatever, and then I have to go to the office and then process the case through, make the appropriate referrals, do the assessment that needs to be done. Of course, I don't work alone with the social workers and the counselors that we were working with. And then, depending on whether they needed shelter or not, we tried to provide shelter. We did that for 17 years and closed it down 2016 in December because of funding constraints. But thankfully, we have relaunched. We have launched a campaign to have it open as soon as possible.
So the shelter is not open, but we have launched a campaign to have it open.
Yes, we launched it in September this year to reopen it.
Last year.
Last year. Sorry.
September
To reopen it because similar cases like Abner's case are still coming up, and people are asking for shelter. If it's not like this, it's a woman who is being battered, and the case is being, handled the usual way. Ghana, pastors will come in, this one will come in. Meanwhile, the thing is going on. She doesn't know where to go because family is saying, look, this is marriage and this and that and that. And even a place to just rest and regroup is not there.
Even if just for a night. You see, what bothers me, Joanna Budget anymore, is that the family of this man, Abena's father, who brought her into this world and has decided to abuse her sexually, turns around and victimizes the 13-year-old.
Yes.
How many 13-year-olds in this world?
Side.
Excuse me, how many 13-year-olds in this world can even think of such a story to tell in the first place?
Yeah.
How many? I mean, can you even come up with something like this when you're 13?
Yeah.
And your family blames you?
But the thing, though, and I'm sure you've seen it so many times, that with rape and with abuse and all of this, a lot of times it falls back on the victim. There's always you're lying, you made it up, you were wearing something, you seduced me, and so the responsibility always in some way comes back to the victim.
Very heavily victim blaming
culture. Yes, we
haven't been able to unravel that at all. No matter how much we've tried to work at this. I've been in a police station, seen a mother walking in with a 6-year-old girl, beating her while she's bringing her to the police station.
Because she
has been defiled.
And she's saying that the child is...
Oh, wow. She's bringing her to the police station and she's beating her up. And I say, why are you doing that? And she says,
so in some way, the abuse was earned or deserved.
Exactly, and it's not abnormal.
I saw an exhibit in it. So this was published in the Seattle Times in 2018, and that exhibit showing clothes worn by sexual assault victims because of this idea that it's always the victim's fault. It could be a Salvation Army store. The exhibit. I'm seeing here oversized jeans. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman who fits in these jeans. I'm seeing here long sleeve a black shirt. I'm seeing here t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a clothesline.
Yeah, it's like a Salvation Army store. You see, when you go, those of you who are familiar with it, Salvation Army takes clothes and gives it to people who don't have clothes. You don't expect them to do show your back, if I can use that expression loosely. You don't expect them to put a show
no.
back there. And I'm sorry if it sounds like this, but if you just tuned in, we are here in the studio with Abena, who is 26 years old now, and when she was 13, she was abused by her own father. Her own father left his marital bed with his stepmom in it and went to lie on a mat with her. Yeah. And decided to try and sexually abuse her. She reports to the police, and the family tells her it's her fault. And the family casts her aside. Yeah. The only hope she had was the Ark Foundation's shelter. So I'm coming back to you, Abena. You're 26 now, you're a teacher. We are sitting on the good side of the story. How did you get here? How did you get here? I mean, from
like what has the process been like?
How has it been like? Thank you. From being a sexual abuse victim, being tagged as such to now.
Okay, when I went to the shelter, that's why I started a new life there. I was sent to school from class 6 to the training college, and at the shelter, everything was good. Give you clothing, pay your fees, your books, everything is provided from your head to your toe. And we have playing materials, learning materials, so you don't feel bored. Yeah. So the place was very nice and good for me. Right. Since there was no place for me to go.
So they took you through school.
Yeah.
I can see you smiling a little, just thinking about it. But Mr. Ronaba, where do you find the money? I mean, of course, I know your funding dried up, but in 2016, where did you find the money?
Well, in the past, we started little. The shelter actually started in my boys' quarters, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
So basically, before we got groups like ActionAid and some of the UN organizations and other international donors coming in, we were already trying to use the little we had to help. And then we found a place away from Accra. You know, it's a security kind of thing.
Okay.
It has to be manned 24 hours by security. We used to have police protection, actually, until the police said they couldn't do it because they had many other duties and they also needed some funding, which we couldn't provide. So we had to find private security. So we got money from Norway, from Netherlands. You know, we would do the proposals and all of that.
Okay.
But, you know, international development partners and so on have their agendas. They have the time frame within which they would, you know, fund these things. Yes, there are still some who are interested in funding these things. But after 17 years, we decided that the people we are sheltering are Ghanaians. Most of them belong to families, to communities, to churches. In fact, almost all of them. And we must be prepared to, you know, support.
To take care of them.
Exactly. So we took a very deliberate decision in end of 2015 to go off international funding support in terms of writing proposals actively because look, they are here 1 year, next year they're gone. 2 years later, they're interested in something other. You know, you still have to keep. And so we decided to wrap up business, and the shelter was the core. We do other things as well. So those other things continued in the sense, but the shelter was core because it takes a lot of money.
Okay.
Like she said, head to toe. And
that's the truth of the matter. Thinking about from that's the truth of the matter. To
everything.
And then also salaries of the social workers, the psychologists.
And right now you have a new regulations, and you need a standing driver, you need a vehicle, you need to have a manager and a social worker, so two social workers. Yes, you need to have a doctor, a psychologist on call. You need a cook, a matron, a shelter assistant, and you have to pay them.
Yeah, you do.
How many were you in the shelter, Abena?
Okay, the number is not constant. It keeps increasing or decreasing. Some go.
So the smallest number throughout how long were you there?
I'm there about 13 years now.
Oh, okay. So you are there,
Yeah, I'm
basically.
still there, even though the shelter is closed.
It's closed. You're still with
Yeah.
the foundation.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
So,
teaches and comes to
Back to the shelter.
holiday. Yeah.
oh,
So
okay.
sort of now she's no longer like a formal client, but
Yeah. So you
More
don't
like a
depend
transition.
on
I think the
shelter.
shelter is home for her now.
It
This
is.
is the only
Yeah,
home and the
family
family
in a sense.
that she has. Yeah.
cringing thinking about
yeah,
that.
it takes
Um,
up to 26.
It takes up to
But
26
you'd
people.
have anything from 3 to 5 to 10 to 20, and then so some come in, go out
Go
1
out.
week later, 2 weeks, some 3, some. She's our longest staying because the family rejected
Yeah,
her.
you
That's
become
not the
family.
only story of family rejection, but she just didn't have anywhere to go.
Wow.
Irony of life. We don't have a shelter to take care of 26 people. We couldn't run a shelter for a year because you stopped going off foreign funding in 2015.
Yes, end of 2015. So we ran it
Till
till
2016.
December when we were sure she's comfortable. The last client we sort of formally discharged, but of course, like she said, but
You're
we had
still
to make
there.
sure that and then but we kept getting requests from even the media. Sometimes the story is up here. What do we do? From people we know, from the police,
Okay.
and we said, well, it's
Okay,
not time for retirement.
Let's go straight to the campaign now. So, what's this campaign that we are launching? I'm already getting people asking for the accounts number for the ARC Foundation. What can we do?
So, Hedge Ghana, headed by Efiapia, approached me and said, look, Angela, you've done this for a long time. I think it's time we supported you in a more, upfront way and see what we can do to get the shelter back. We need it back. So they put out a campaign with a website, arcsheltercampaign.org. That's there. On that particular website, you find how much we need to start. You'd find what your money will be paying for. You'd find us on the Global Giving platform. So those who want to do global giving, from international areas or even from locally, you find us on the GoFundMe platform on the same website. You find our mobile money telephone number there, 0243777773. It's there. And then you also find our EcoBank bank accounts details there. So
it begins from this website. Please
Yes.
go over it for us and spell it out so that we are all
right.
very clear.
So that's if you put in the www, then you get .arc shelter campaign.
Just ARK.
ARK shelter campaign together.
SHELTER.
Yes, shelter. Yeah.
Campaign
Yeah,
dot
campaign.
com.
Yes. .org.
.org.
ORG.
.org.
So on this website, you find all the platforms through which you can give money. And since we launched it, yes, people bring us 1 CD. I'm so grateful. 1 CD, 2 CDs, 5 CDs, 500 and things like that. I am, it hits me when somebody actually sends 1 CD. It's like, I'm thinking of you. And I know that's not the only time they're doing it, and so
if you could make a monthly commitment of 5 CDs.
Yes, on the platform.
That could make a world of a difference.
Exactly. We even have a place where those who want to be foundation givers, in a sense. So 50 Ghana cedis a month for a while. You can sign up because it means that if we have a certain number of people, we can do the annual. Right now, we are looking for 350,000 Ghana cedis just to start. We need to have the vehicle, the salaries, the refurbishment, everything in place. It might go a little lower after that. Okay, so we've been able to do up to about 40%. We are at about 100,000 now.
Okay.
And we're meaning to start at the end of January. We're really working hard at it. And that's why we're asking that the ARC is a Christian organization. There are churches in this country. Look, I mean, if Jesus didn't want you to support this, I don't know what he would want you to support. You are helping somebody's spirit, soul, body, and they come with such wounds. I mean, Abna here, if you know what hypervigilance is, nightmares, jumping at everything. You need to have a psychologist.
I have a texter who was asking if she got psychological help, and that answers the question.
Yes, that's part of the service. We even have a resident psychologist at the Art Foundation office who also provides supervision for clinical services, so it's part of it. It's part of it.
Okay, so I have more and more people asking me, even on my personal number. It's Ark Shelter Foundation.
ArkShelterCampaign.org. ArkShelterCampaign.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You would also find, of course, we'll try and put it out on our social media handles as well. We are tweeting live, so of course, this is also going out there. So you can check on any of our social media handles and you'll find them. Angela Dramina Boaji, thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome, Daniel.
And Abena, which is not her real name, let me just put that out. Abena, God bless you. Thank you so much for telling your story and all the best to you. All right. Still live on the Super Morning Show. Joy 99.7 FM. There's more when we come back. I made you a promise and we've created time to do that. So I made you a promise that I'll bring you details of that letter that the SEC wrote concerning men's gold. Stay with us. I'll read it when we come back.
Darling, wake up. What time did you say your meeting was again?
It's by 8 a.m.
You're kidding, right? It's almost 7:30.
What? I'm going to be late. This may cost me the deal. Before I have my bath, before the trotro get filled up,
Quickly freshen up. I will help you request a ride on Uber.
Uber in this area?
Exactly, in our area.
Baby, I'm ready.
So is your Uber ride.
Request a ride with Uber in Accra at any time and get to your destination with convenience. Uber, where to?
Big Bond Roofing Systems have become the talk of the building industry. People from all over the world are talking about us.
I'm in Ghana for the past 20 years as a contractor, and I can say that Big Bond Roofing System is the game changer in the market. High quality, durable, strong, beautiful, and no leakage.
Wagwan, my brethren, what me like about Big Bond is them lovely colors and patterns. They will meet your budget with flexible payment terms. You don't know? Architect Uche, tell them.
Una don't hear? Big Bond they here again, no? Make una take advantage of their special 10% Xmas discount from November to complete your home. Locate Big Bond Roofing System in Accra at North Industrial Area adjacent Old Melcom. As a day here, I carry some go Port Harcourt for my project too.
For free estimates, speedy production, transportation and installation, call us on 0302 268 261 or 0501 290 390 and in Tamale, Sangani on 0372 022 405. Big Bond Roofing Systems. Durable, beautiful and affordable.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
How I wish I knew where to keep my money now.
Oh, what's there to worry about? Go to the Seed Fund Savings and Loans. They are completely reliable.
Really?
Completely dependable. The Seed Fund Savings and Loans is a whole different experience. You assure the safety of your funds because they constantly pay depositors' funds on demand. No go come, no stories.
Bing!
The Seed Fund Savings and Loans, the safe, reliable, and dependable home for your funds. Ask any Seed Funds depositor. So, stop wishing and call the Seed Fund Savings and Loans on 056 111997 or 056 111998.
The Seed Fund Savings and Loans. Safe, reliable, dependable.
Super Morning Show. Remember those days when man they suffer. No food to eat, no water to shower. No money for pocket, I no get the power. Same seed that you stepped on became a flower. Oh yeah, I call when you know mine. See say I get money. Thank God for my mommy. Those days she dey shine me. I call when you know mine.